Stay tuned. You're watching Friedman Adventures. Mwah!
What a gorgeous morning. It is absolutely beautiful. See that moon up there, and the sun is just starting to rise here in Surfside. And perhaps you can see the sand replenishment. Full bore. Lots of birds down there, lots of sand going on the beach. Beautiful morning. Let's get ready here for the morning briefing. It's coming up next. Brian.
Toys for time.
Man, right before we start our live show, you're here. It's so good to see you.
Yep. All the time.
I know.
I'm everywhere. You know what? This is my second time here today.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, man, I know. Shoot.
Second
I saw
time
you
today.
yesterday. Man, look at that bald head of mine. It's really shiny today, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hey!
mine is really great.
You got hair on there. That's not fair.
I got gray. Oh,
I would have it, but I put a little color
Jesus
in there,
Christ, I
man.
look a little rough today, don't I, people?
Me too.
Wow.
Okay, buenos dias, everybody. I'm going to the port captain here in San Jose, and you need a pescado dispatch in order to fish. It's good for 30 days, and this is where it is. You go here, you give them your paperwork, and you get the dispatch, and it's good for 30 days. There it is. All right, I hope everybody catches all kinds of fish today. Good morning, good luck. Viva la Mexico, baby. Come on down, come fish with us. Wild and sack sport fishing, come on.
Let's go. Chop, chop.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is a little chilly down here. It feels like it's in the maybe low 50s, high 40s, something like that. Low 40s. It's cold. Let's put it that way. It's just sunrise, and it's absolutely beautiful down at the other end here. We can see the sand replenishment taking place at Surfside, California. It is gorgeous, and the ocean doesn't look that bad. The wind's offshore, and even though it's offshore and sometimes you'll think Santa Ana it's going to be a little bit warmer, it's chilly down here today. Hey, I hope you got a chance to check out Sam De La Torre and, of course, Tackle Shop Confessions last night. That was such a great show. We had so much fun with all of you who participated, hundreds of viewers, and we deeply appreciate your great support. That was a lot of fun. And before the show started, I got to see my good friend Brian Burrell, deckhand on board the Monte Carlo, and he is an extraordinary human being. Blessed to have his friendship. In fact, he's at the aqueduct right now fishing for stripers. Brian said he'd be sending me a few photos, so we'll be checking that out also. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Share these videos with a friend. You can tick the bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. In addition, we are also on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. It's so great to see you here this morning. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh, that coffee tastes so good here. Good morning, my friend. Some of the guys here that are doing the sand replenishment are walking the beaches now and getting ready to do more work here on this absolutely gorgeous morning, no question about it. January the 21st, we're going to be at La Fogata Restaurant in beautiful Sherman Oaks, California from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. Should be a fun gathering. Can't wait to see you there. The food there is absolutely to die for, and the company, it's going to be fantastic. I'll be there. Greg Bates will be there. So many other great folks have already said they're going to show up. Can't wait to see you all January the 21st at the Bart Hall Show celebration as we get ready for those great shows January 25th through the 28th at the Long Beach Convention Center. All right, let's jump into it and head you down to Mexico Lindo down in Cabo San Lucas. You saw Sean Morgan getting his legal requirements taken care of down in Cabo San Lucas here this morning. It's always great to hear from Sean on the Wild and Sack. If you're headed to San Jose del Cabo, which is really close to Cabo San Lucas, man, I'll tell you, the Wild and Sack is one fine ride, and Sean is one fun guy to fish with. Give him a call and book a trip with him. I think you'll really enjoy it. Hey, a guy by the name of Tim Yarborough is in a part of Baja California that I love, and that is Loreto. Loreto is such a great place, and it looks like by that photo that Tim put up that the yellows are biting there. This is a great time of the year to catch forkies in Loreto, and that place, Loreto, just seems to maintain the sense of a small Mexican town. Not touristy, not built up. It's just really such a special place. Tim, glad you're having fun down there in that neck of the woods, up there in the La Paz, or below Loreto actually, but in La Paz also, we've seen that early season smaller rooster fish, but we're also seeing some Dorado and yellowfin tuna bouncing around there. In Cabo, while we saw Sean doing his legal requirements, he says literally it's a mile outside of San Jose del Cabo right now. Good striped marlin fishing, excellent yellowfin tuna fishing, and lots of Dorado. I don't know how the heck you can beat that. Let's switch over to long range. 16-day trips out of San Diego right now are doing so great. We have some photos that we're rolling for you right now from the Royal Polaris and some excellent fishing for Dorado on board the Intrepid. Nice grade yellowfin tuna been biting down there for the long range boys. There's on those 16-day trips, so there's several hundred miles down the Baja coast, and they are doing fantastic with a mix of great fish down there in that neck of the woods. Primarily yellowfin tuna and wahoo right now, but they also catch grouper and a myriad of other species. It has been fantastic as they just keep cranking along, and they're still in the middle of their trips. The Intrepid is heading back to San Diego. I believe it's the Intrepid right now. We're going to have a little bit of weather, and I have a weather alert for you that I'll cover with you in just a few more moments. Gorgeous sunrise here. Absolutely beautiful. But they're heading up and going to be back into San Diego here shortly. So good long-range fishing, no question about that. And that begs the question, or not the question, it reminds me to remind you that we have a 5-day trip on board the Independence, April 4th through the 9th, that we would love to see you on. Still have some room on that. You can go to independentsportfishing.com and sign up. You can call their office, get more information, or you can drop by their booth at the Fred Hall, or I should say the Bart Hall Show. Go to the Bart Hall Show at the Long Beach Convention Center. Meet Paul Strasser, meet Mark Paisano, meet some of the crew guys on board the Independence, and I guarantee you, you will be signing up before you know it, because she is so beautiful. The crew is so great. It's absolutely fantastic. And April for a 5-day trip, some of you might be saying, well, I don't know about that. Well, listen, I think we've got an excellent shot at bluefin tuna. I mean, after all, the Mexican commercial fleet is almost at their quota, finished for the year in a mere couple of weeks. They're fishing there out of Ensenada and just loading up on bluefin tuna. The bluefin are here. They're not going anywhere. That's number one. Number two, and I don't want to speak for the Independence crew. They make their own decisions, but it seems to me like it is viable for sea bass and rockcod and halibut. I mean, we could have some banner days on those species. 5 days gives us so much time and so many great options. April 4th through the 9th. Hope you can join us on that great trip. That should be a lot of fun. Taking a look at what is going on our local situation now. And now, well, actually, let me hit Ensenada and San Quintin. I skipped over that. San Quintin, which is 140 miles down below the border. Down there, there's still some good yellowtail action. Ooh, it's cold down here. There's some yellowtail action down there and plenty of rockfish and big bonito and rockfish. Occasional yellowtail for the Ensenada-based pongueros also. It's for real sport fishing. He does such a great job. Louis Prieto and so many others down there. Been having some really good fishing. Also, let me just Remind you all, it's whale watch season. The gray whales are making their way from the Bering Sea in Alaska down to the warm water lagoons of Baja California. You can do that whale watching in Ensenada. You can do it all throughout Southern California. It really is a lot of fun, and you should think about doing it. One thing that San Diego can do right now when rockfish season is closed here in Southern California is go down below the border and fish for rock cod or rockfish. They're able to do that because in Mexican waters, rockfish is still open. So San Diego-based boats have been heading down there and doing quite well. And pretty soon now, they'll be running Punta Colonet trips. Punta Colonet is a little town in Baja California, located 120 miles down below the border. And besides some excellent, wonderful surf fishing down there, they have some tremendous bites on rockfish and occasional big scores of yellowtail. San Diego-based boats will be running day-and-a-half trips down there here pretty darn soon, and they should do really well. That should be a great, great, great adventure this year for you all dependent on weather. If the weather mellows out and we don't have a lot of wind and things are nice, then it should be really fantastic down there. All right, back to Southern California. So rockfish is closed. What is a person to do? How about fish for bass? Now, this is Marcus Fain. He's such an extraordinary angler, great fisherman. I'm just rolling some of these wintertime bass that we're catching in Southern California. Now, this is going on. Those photos are, a lot of those are from the Spitfire out of Marina del Rey sport fishing, but down in San Diego, they're doing it. Dana Wharf is doing it. I'm going to skip over landings. I don't want to do that. Long Beach, San Pedro, Redondo, Marina del Rey. All these guys are fishing structure bass. That means they're fishing over rocks or a sunken ship or some other type of structure where those wintertime bass hunker down and hang out for the wintertime. You're fishing mostly with fluorocarbon, and you want to get up to 40 pound. If you can get a bite on 40, fish it. Big hook works really, really well. I like a 5-0 hook. You're fishing live squid or fresh dead squid, and about a 2-ounce sliding egg sinker, or you can go lead head and squid. All those methods are very effective. I would talk to your crew members because they know way better than I do. They know the wrecks they're fishing. They know what's been effective. Talk to the guys on the boat. They'll get you tuned up. But this bass bite this winter, it's not wide open. It's not like everybody on the boat has 5 fish. But you will have your 5 fish limit if you listen to the crew and you do what they suggest that you do. I'm telling you, it'll make all the difference in the world. So really good bass fishing going on. You can keep sculping right now. Excellent fishing going on. There's also quite a bit of halibut around, and there's several boats that are going to be doing these halibut type derbies. Native Sun, 22nd Street Landing, San Pedro. The Aloha Spirit up there at Cisco's is running Sunday trips. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing is running halibut derby. I think the Dolphin is doing the same thing down there out of Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. So there's a lot of halibut in our local environment. In fact, Halibut Man Mitchell, great guy, man. This guy is one of the best anglers I've ever seen. He's got such a kind heart and is such a great guy. Fishing down there at Berth 55 yesterday with a 3/4 ounce lead head and a 3.5-inch scampi. Caught a 31-inch flatty yesterday. Nice going halibut, man. That is an outstanding catch. He also had some sand bass to go along with it. The surf has some halibut in it. This surf, as the sun is actually starting to come up and we can see, well, it's starting to roll up on me here. Not too bad, but man, it's pretty tough to fish this still. It's a little difficult to fish this, but once again, once this all mellows out, we're going to see more and more fish start to bite again. Halibut in the surf has been a real thing. You can fish lucky crab lures or a small chrome jig, Castmaster, crocodile, something like that. Bait has been effective for yellowfin croaker. I saw Richard Cayo had a little yellowfin croaker yesterday fishing the surf. There's been some pretty good barred perch fishing up and down the Southern California coast from the border up to County Line, Ventura, past there, also up to Santa Barbara. We've seen some decent fishing. And on the other side of the border, down in Baja, I mentioned the Colonet, San Quintin, some of the Ensenada beaches out there around Punta Banda, even Rosarito. There's some really good barred perch fishing, big fat ones going on this year. It's been outstanding in the surf. And you know where you can get everything you need in surf fishing. Big fish, bait and tackle in the beautiful city of freezing Seal Beach, California, where you get all the bait you'll need to be successful on your next surf fishing adventure, and you get all the tackle you need. Also, they've got everything from trout fishing gear to big game tackle to all of your surf fishing needs right there. Big fish, bait and tackle in Seal Beach, California. Man, it is a little chilly down here this morning. I'll tell you that right now. Lobster fishing has been outstanding this year. I mean, it's been really, really good. Once again, lobster have a penchant, a tendency to want to really crawl right after some inclement weather. And we have that inclement weather on the horizon. Looks like Thursday's going to be a very nasty day in many areas. In fact, depending upon where you find yourself, that might manifest itself on Wednesday. Like up north, Channel Island area, it looks like it's going to get breezy on Wednesday. Here along the coast, it's going to be pretty nasty on Thursday also. Looks like kind of a no-go type of fishing day to me right now as we look at it, but we'll keep our eyes on it and keep you all informed with regard to that. But looks like Thursday's going to be our day when we get the wind again. No measurable rain until maybe Sunday, and that doesn't look like much of anything at all. But the wind is what we're more concerned about. Back to the lobster, hoop netting with your Promar Ahi hoop nets has been fantastic at Catalina Island, but the local lobster hoop netting has been excellent. Also, we continue to see really great hoop netting going on. And once again, tremendous amount of squid in the local environment. There is market squid from up north to down to La Jolla. We've even seen a little bit of it at the islands, on the coast, on the banks. Man, there is squid everywhere. And of course, that is part of the food chain that brings more and more predators in to our local environment. All right, my friends, go back and watch Tackle Shop Confessions. Great show last night with my dear friend Sam De La Torre. Thank you, all the hundreds of you who kept that show going for, I think, a couple of hours maybe, as I remember. It went pretty darn long, and it was just a constant flow of questions from our great audience, and we deeply appreciate all you do. Have a great day. Mark that day down, January 21st on your calendar, La Fogata in Sherman Oaks. We will see you there for sure. And of course, I'll be keeping you in touch with all the very latest. Thanks for joining me on the morning briefing. Have an absolutely great day, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends.